Okay, this will be the last video for the packet. It says find x, assume that the segments of pure tangent are tangent. So one thing we learned is that segments from the tangent point to the outside point are equal. So if this is 3, that's 3. So we always know that that's equidistance from the circle. Alright, so here's the key: if that's 7, this is 7. Alright, so you got to see that 7. It's a little bit hard to see, but if that's 7, then that's 7. So we know that those two are equal. So if this whole thing is 12, 12 minus 7 is 5. So that's the key. If that's 5, then x is 5. Okay, so if you notice, as I went around, these are both 3, these are both 7, these are both 5. So the answer is 5. Okay, number 44. Find the measure of the numbered angle. We learned that the measure of the two arcs, alright, the sum of the measure of the two arcs, because we have a chord relationship. So 55 plus 75 divided by 2 will give me that inside angle. So 50 and 70 make 120. Add the 5s, you get 130 divided by 2. So that's 65. So there you go. 65 degrees is number 2. Or, yeah, angle 2 there. Okay, 45 is, again, another relationship that we learned. These are two secants. Alright, so we got a secant angle. 90 minus 2x. So the difference between these two divided by 2 should equal the angle. So what it's asking for is x. Okay, and so we have to solve this. Well, how do we get rid of this 2? This expression is being divided by 2, so multiplying by 2 would cancel that out. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. So I have 90 minus 2x equals 60. Alright, now it's just a two-step equation. Get rid of the 90, subtract it, don't add it. That's a positive 90. When that's gone, you're left with a negative 2x. Those two make negative 30. Divide by negative 2. X equals, just off the screen, equals positive 15. So if x equals positive 15, it might ask for the actual degree. This would actually be 30. Alright, but it's asking to find x. So x is 15. That's your answer. Okay, number 46. We did not do this. Alright, so we skipped some things in chapter 5. So cross that out. Same thing with 47. We did not do that, so cross that out. I'm not sure why there's a shadow. But alright. So this is kind of a long problem if you read the whole thing. So it says give the coordinates of the vertices of a quadrilateral, determine whether it's a square, rectangle, or parallelogram, then find the perimeter of the quadrilateral. I think the easiest way to do this is take some time to draw an XY chart. Negative 3, negative 2 is there. Make sure we're on the screen. 2, negative 2. So I'm just plotting the points. A, B, 4, 2 is there, and then negative 1, 2 is there. So it's pretty clear to me that this is obviously not a square or a rectangle. So it must be a parallelogram because it only gives you 3 options. So these are not right angles. It's pretty clear. So it's a parallelogram. Now, another reason you know it's a parallelogram is that these two sides are parallel, AB and DC, and if you check the slopes of AD and BC, the slope of AD is it goes up 4 and over 2. It's 4 to 2, which is also, if you check the slope of CB, you get 4 to 2. So since their slopes are equal, they're parallel. So it's pretty quick to show that both of these slopes are 0, DC and AB, and you go from there. Okay, the kind of the tough part is the perimeter. But if you think about how far this went, it went from 3. All right, it was back here at -3, and then it went up to 2. So if you think about that, that's 5. That distance, so DC and AB, their distance is 5. So we have starting out, we have, you know, a perimeter of 10. Now we just got to find the distance from A to D, which is going to be the same as the distance from B to C, if you think about it. So distance formula, remember, it looks like take the y's, subtract them, take the x's, subtract them, and when you do that, you get 4 and 2. Where do we see the 4 and 2? Right here. Okay, because basically that inside there is the slope formula. So find the slope, difference of the y's, difference of the x's. Alright, we just ended up finding that by actually counting on a graph up 4 and over 2. So either way you want to get these 4's and 2's, it doesn't really matter. The distance of this is 16 plus 4. So it's going to be a multiple choice test. So I'm not sure exactly if they're going to give you exact answers or to the nearest tenth, because the square root of 20 is approximately 4.5. So, oops, AD and CB are both 4.5. So add those all up. You got 10 and 9, that's 19. So the perimeter of this is approximately 19. Two more and we're done. This one's fairly simple. If you know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, because I can break this into parts. So I have a triangle there, a really small, narrow triangle there, and a rectangle. Rectangle is easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5 by 6. So the area inside of that is 30. So the area of the rectangle is 30. The area of the first triangle, we'll call this triangle 1 up here. Well, the height is right, I can just draw a straight line, 1, 2, 3, so the height is 3. So the height is 3, the base is 6. So 1/2 times 6 times 3, that's 3 times 3, which is 9. So the top triangle has an area of 9, and then this bottom triangle, like I said, it's very skinny. It has a height of 5, has a base of 1. It's a right triangle, so the height is on the outside and the base is there. So we have to do area of the second triangle, 1/2 times 5 times 1. So half of 5 is 2.5 times 1 is 2.5. So there, the second triangle is 2.5. Add them all up. 30 plus 9 plus 2.5. That's 11.5 plus 30 is 41.5. And it doesn't give me units, so just square units. And then this one's even easier, but you're gonna have to know some area formulas. So just memorize these ones that I'm showing you. 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. That's the area formula for a trapezoid. So all you gotta do is plug it in from there. Your bases are 11.4, 15.2, and your height, that's really hard to read. It's supposed to be 7.3. The point is really hard to see, but obviously it's not 73. And type it in and go from there. So 0.5 times, don't forget your parentheses, 11.4 plus 15.2 times 7.3. Now, this one did give you units, so we're talking about area, so it's square units. It says round to the nearest tenth, so I should have done a better job with that. There's your 10th spot. The 9 tells it the 0 to go up to a 1, so that's a better answer. Oops, sorry. So I was showing that that's the 10th spot. The 9 tells the 0 to go up 1, so to the nearest tenth is 97.1.